is up? It's Jan back at it again with another nerdy bookish video, and I'm so excited for this video, y'all. So, first of all, Happy New Year, happy 2022, happy Jan-uary. So I'm super excited for this because I decided I'm gonna make my very first original book tag, and it's gonna be called the JAN-uary book tag. I was thinking about all the things to be excited for the new year, and I was like, I don't think I've ever seen like a New Year book tag. And then I was like, it's kind of boring to just call it the New Year book tag. And then I was like, whoa. Perfect. Jan, hello, it's me, nice to meet you. Jan-uary. And here we go. I hope a bunch of my friends do this tag because I'm so excited. I know a lot of us are super excited for like starting a fresh year with fresh books, fresh new releases to be excited about. So there are 10 questions, and all of them are like things to look forward to this year, things to look back on from last year, things like that. So you'll see. Okay, we're just gonna go into it. Tag your friends, spread the word, get people to do this tag, please. It'll mean the world to me. I will watch every single one of your videos and comment, I promise. The first question is, what was the last book you read last year? Originally, this was gonna be what was the first and last books you read last year, because I remember them, but I figured not a lot of people would remember that type of thing. I don't know. So it's optional to state the first book you read of last year as well. First book I read last year was Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I really enjoyed it. I think that was my first Lisa Jewell book, and now I read like 4 of her books. Or no, that was the second book, I think, by Lisa Jewell that I read. She's a hit or miss author for me, but that one was really good. I don't know if I'd ever reread it though. I think I unhauled it actually. It had a trope that I hate, but it was a quick thriller and I enjoyed it. The last book I read of last year was Fangs by Sarah Anderson. It was actually a reread, and it was kind of a cop-out to hit my 200 book goal. Well, my goal was 100 books last year, and I surpassed that like in June, and so I ended up I didn't up it on Goodreads, but in personally I upped it to 200, and I was literally at 198 on New Year's Eve. So I was like, I just need to finish this one book I'm currently reading, and then I need a very quick graphic novel that I can read before midnight, you know? And this takes me, like 10 minutes. If you don't know what this is about, it's about a vampire and a werewolf who fall in love, and it's just like little vignettes of their relationship with like punny jokes, and it's great. Question number 2 is, what is your first read of this year? Let me go get that. So I'm kind of bummed that I'm not in a place where I should be starting another book because I already have 11 current reads. So I decided I just want to finish at least a couple of the books that I'm in the middle of, at least before Winterween, which is a readathon hosted by Olivia and Gabby here on BookTube, and it starts on the 3rd. So I was like, let me just finish what I'm currently reading and the one that I'm enjoying the most, which is These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. So this is a pretty basic YA fantasy, I'm not gonna lie, but when they say it's pitched as The Cruel Prince meets ACOTAR, that's pretty freaking accurate because it's very formulaic to like the basic YA fantasy. She doesn't know she has these powers, then she finds out, and then she doesn't know how strong they are, and then there's like fairies involved. She goes to the fairy world because her sister is kidnapped, and there's a broody love interest. There's some sort of love triangle in there. Yeah, it's basic, but I can't stop reading it. It's really freaking good. I'm about halfway through now. So I don't know. I eat this shit up sometimes if I'm in the mood. So that will be my first read of 2022. Number 3 is share 3 of your reading goals for this year. One of my goals is to read 1 nonfiction book a month. Another one is to pull, I'm gonna go get them. Is to pull one of Jessie's TBR cards every month, just one. I'll link their Etsy shop down below if you don't know. This is Bestie Jessie from Bow Ties and Books. They have these TBR cards to help you guide your reading every month. And then a third goal is keeping my monthly TBRs to 10 books a month. And then anything I read beyond that would be a bonus, because I'm so sick of me not sticking to my TBRs. I stan mood readers and everything, but like if I'm making the effort to make these TBRs and think them through, like why can't I just stick to them? So yeah, a lot of my TBRs last year were like 15 to 20 or even more than that, and I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, who am I kidding? Even as I'm filming my TBR videos, I'm like, I know I'm not gonna stick to this. So anyway, hopefully sticking to 10 per month helps, but we'll see. Oh, I guess like I'll share my like overall reading goal for the year is 150 books. Question number 4 is share 3 of your most anticipated titles. Okay, the sequel to Tokyo Ever After, which is Tokyo Dreaming by Amiko Jean. Book of Night by Holly Black. I'm so freaking stoked for that, dude. And A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy Eilen, which is one of my book club picks. You didn't know I run a book club. It's called the Full Moon Book Club, hosted by me. I pick a guest host every month. Our live shows are on the full moon of every month. Information is always linked down below. If you want to see more of my anticipated releases for 2022, I'll link that video down below as well. Number 5 is which goals did you reach / not reach last year? Okay, hold on. I need my reading journal for this. Okay, so like I said earlier, I did hit my 100 book goal. I read a lot more books by BIPOC authors. I had read my first Stephen King book as a goal, and I did read The Shining. That's the only one I read by him. I started my book club, started a NetGalley account, but the goals that I did not achieve: read at least 1 classic a month, read at least 1 500+ page book a month, only buy 1 book for every 5 books read from the books I own, which I'm trying again this year because I need to cut this down because my physical TBR is at like 370-ish now at this point, and it's getting ridiculous. So we're gonna try again. I'm also carrying this over to this year, so try making artsy spreads for certain books. This year, one of my goals is to do like an artsy journal spread for the best book that I read every month. We'll see if that happens, because journaling, that shit's like a 9 to 5 type of endeavor. Question number 6, are there 2022 releases you've heard of that you have no desire to read? A lot, actually. I feel like a lot of the covers, when I was doing like research on this question, a lot of the covers look so similar, especially in like the romance genre. I mean, romance novels look the same anyways, like a lot of the illustrated covers at least, but also like the YA, like what is up with that thing that YA covers do where it's like Edward and Bella doing the Twilight thing where they're like, I'll insert pictures right here. So I am not interested in the new Casey McQuiston book at all. It's like I Kissed and then some girl's name. I don't know. I had no interest in One Last Stop. I haven't heard one good thing about that book anyway. I have yet to read Red, White, and Royal Blue still. And I started that book February of last year and I have yet to pick it back up again. So yeah, not interested in that new release. The new Emily St. John Mandel book too. I read Station 11, I think in 2020, and I wasn't a fan at all, and I don't care to read her next book. Also, Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. Last year I was really excited to read The Wife Upstairs. It was pretty mediocre. I think I gave it like 3 stars. But The Reckless Girls, I think I would be interested if it weren't set in the summer, like on an island. Like, I do love me an isolated setting thriller, but I hate books set in the summer. I don't know why. But People We Meet on Vacation is on my TBR this month, but I have not been hearing good things about that, especially in the past month. Like, I know my friend Renee from Reading with Renee loves that book, but lately I haven't been hearing good things, so I'm nervous. But yeah, books set in the summer, there's something about them that I try to avoid. I don't know why. And then Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. I'm so sick of hearing Colleen Hoover's name and seeing all her ugly ass book covers. I read my first Colleen Hoover last month and it was Ugly Love. I really wish I really wish I started with Verity or Layla, because Ugly Love's writing, granted it was written in 2014, but I will have my vlog linked down below so you could hear my like in-depth thoughts, but that was not it, y'all. I mean, I still give it 3 stars because it was kind of relatable, but the only Colleen Hoover books that I am of any interest of reading are Verity and Layla, because they're like more thrillery romances, so we'll see. Question number 7, what are some reading habits you want to change this year, if any? My monthly TBRs, for freaking sure. I want to make them 10, no excuses. I need my other reading journal for this. I talked about like the artsy spreads, pretty much it. Number 8 is, are there any adaptations you're excited about? The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, hello. Also, One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid is being adapted. I never know if adaptations are movies or shows. Like, I just kind of roll with it. The dude from Shang-Chi and Kim's Convenience is in that. I think he's one of the main guys, so excited for that. And then Daisy Jones and the Six, I think, comes out this year too, right? But yeah, those 3 for sure. Number 9 is favorite bookish memory of last year. Oh my god, there are so many. Meeting Bessie Jessie in person, meeting Hannah from Hannah's Recent Reads in person, meeting Naomi from Naomi's Library in person, meeting all my booktube friends virtually, Becca's Bookoplathon when I hit 1K, when I hit 2K in December, birthday live show. Was that in 20? No. Oh, my 1K live show was the fun one when we all got drunk and it was chaotic as fuck. Oh, and then my birthday, also when and like I got a bunch of book mail from y'all. So sweet. I literally sobbed. Yeah, I just have so many. A lot of them involve Jessie, but you know, that's kind of a given. And then the last question is carryovers from last year that you still plan on finishing. Oh god, let me pull up the Goodreads. So like I said, I have 11 books that I'm carrying over. So I was starting this, like, I'm too lazy to get it. I've gotten up way too many times for this video, but it's like this nonfiction book about the Salem witch trials and stuff. It's really short and I was trying to squeeze it in before the end of the year, but that didn't happen. So I'm gonna finish that for sure. That's a library book. Dark and Shallow Lies by Ginny Myers Sane. I started on my Kindle, so I'll finish that eventually, but like I'm in no rush to finish that. Like I said, These Hollow Vows for sure gonna finish. I also started a book called These Silent Woods by Kimmy Cunningham Grant, which came out in November, like mid-November. And I never heard of it until I saw the arc at work. I'm in no rush to finish that, but I do want to read it. I have my reread of Addie LaRue still in the works. I'm on page 70 or something like that. Vicious. Oh my god. I've been trying to read this book since like August and I finally started it in November and I've yet to finish it. But that definitely, I want to read a lot of V. Schwab's books this year, which is also what I said last year, but we're not going to talk about it. I've decided I'm gonna hard DNF The Other Black Girl because that has been, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna remove from my books. Still in the middle of Witches Steeped in Gold since like July, which was a buddy read with Jessie, but I still plan on finishing it because I own it and whatever. Down Comes the Night by Allison Saft. I've been in the middle of forever. I'll finish it eventually, just it's not priority. Same goes with The Inheritance of Orchidia Divina, which I started in September. The Last House on Needless Street, I'm like 8 pages in, so that doesn't even really count as being in the middle of it, but I do plan on reading that this year as well because I've heard good things. And a lot of my friends say I'm gonna like that book, so that's that on that. Those were all 10 questions of the January book tag. If you made it to the end of this, if you made it to the end of this video, put the black heart emoji in the comments down below. Tag whoever you want. Oh, I gotta tag people, duh, oh my freaking god. All right, so I tagged Sid from Sid Bookworm. I tagged McKay from McKay's Book Club. I always want to say McKay's Bookstagram because that's his Bookstagram account. Sarah from Sarah's Shelves, Naomi from Naomi's Library, Christina from Christina's Chapters, Hannah from Hannah's Recent Reads. We're gonna keep it at that. And whoever else wants to do it, let me know. DM me on Instagram if you end up doing this tag, comment down below, whatever. Link me to your video if you do this tag. I'm so excited to see all of you answer these questions. And I hope y'all have a great year. Thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all had a great day. Stay safe and stay positive always, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye!